If you landed in here, chances are you're looking for a method to make you speak English like a native. How to do that? If you're struggling with this, watch this video. Hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I am going to tell you about 10 habits that made me speak English like a native in my own country. All right, but wait for me. I want to grab my coffee because, I like to talk to you while I'm having my coffee. So I'll be back in a minute. Alrighty, here we are. I am back. Let's stir the coffee a little and we're good. I don't know where I'm going to put the spoon. Here we are. All right, so what are the habits that made me speak English like a native? The first habit was listening. Listening and listening. Literally, grab your headphones and listen all the time. And I mean it all the time. Whether you understand what you're listening to or you don't understand what you are listening to. Why is this important? It's important because in order to feel like you are living with the people who speak the language, you need to listen to them. So you do what I always say you have to do: passive listening, active listening. I talked about these two methods in more details in this video. Check it out to understand how to improve your listening skill and how to expose yourself to listening. Now, one tip I always give to my students is play something while you are on the way to a certain place, or while you are cleaning, or while you are working on something. And this is literally what I have been doing since I started learning English, since I was 15 years old. I got exposed myself to the language on daily basis. And if you'd like some suggestions of things you could listen to, I'll attach them in the description down below. All right, habit number 2. Sorry people about my broken finger. Yes, my finger is broken. I was trying my best to not do any gestures, so it doesn't show, but I can't help it. Coffee in one hand, gesturing in the other. The second habit is my absolute favorite, which is journaling. I have been screaming about journaling for the past year, like literally screaming about how important it is and how good it is in getting you exposed to the language and also on enhancing your writing skill. And again, I created a full-on video on how journaling helped me improve my Spanish language for almost a year in this video. So check it out and see some tips on how you could do the journaling. Alrighty, tip number 3, which is reading. Reading on a daily basis. Grab something and read it for the day. Whether we're talking about a book, okay, like something that you like, something that you really enjoy reading, or we're talking about social media stuff, a post that comes across you, a quote, anything that comes across you, just read it. Do not ignore it. Do not skip it. Read it. Do a quick skim. It doesn't really have to be a book, especially if you're not into reading. It could be anything that passes by you on the internet. And this is literally what I am doing right now in Spanish. I already got myself exposed enough to English and it's already part of my life right now, but I'm doing that in Spanish. Okay, I spilled coffee on myself. I did my absolute nightmare. All right, so we are with habit number 4, researching in English. What do I mean by doing your own research in English? I mean by that is educate yourself by doing your own research. Open Google, search anything that you want, anything that you like in English. Do not do it in your own language. Open Google and say, for example, how to make a banana cake. All right? You can do that. Or, for example, how to speak English like a native in English. Do not do your searches in your own language, because you're not really exposing yourself to the language that you would like to learn. You are basically just learning, but in your own language. So do the learning in the language that you'd like to learn, in your target language. All right, habit number 5. I basically trained my thoughts and my imagination to be in English. Now, this of course doesn't happen overnight. It does really require training. So how could you do that? Imagine that you are walking in the street and you looked at something. What I'd like you to do is to imagine a story about this thing, but in English. You could do that. Or you could tell yourself a thought about this thing in English. Say, for example, you see a very beautiful building. So say, oh, this building is really big and beautiful. You see, it's a very simple sentence. It's not really complicated, but what you did is you basically said it in your brain in English. Do this, and trust me, you will notice that a lot of thinking that you do will become in English without you even putting the effort to it. Habit number 6. Okay, you probably have heard this tip all your life, like literally all your life, which is make your phone's language in English. And it is a serious tip, and it is something that you really should do. Like, honestly, you should do. Change it, like right now, go grab your phone, change it, and see the drastic change that is going to happen to your life. Trust me, it's going to help so much, and it's going to get you exposed to the language so much without you putting the effort to it. Okay, habit number 7. Texting my friends in English. Yes, you also have heard this almost all your life, but it is a serious thing. Text your friends in English. Okay, if you don't have friends who like the English language or who speak the English language, find a friend that likes that. Find a mutual friend and try to do a streak with them. It could be a Snapchat streak, or it could be a TikTok streak, and text them daily in English. Ask them simple questions. Send them daily updates about your life, and see the quick improvement that is going to happen to your English. Habit number 8. Okay, I'm not going to use my fingers because I need my coffee. Habit number 8 is watching everything in English. What do I mean by that? I watch my reels in English. I watch my TikTok in English. I watch YouTube in English, literally. Now also with Spanish, because I'm learning Spanish and I'm trying to get myself exposed to Spanish as much as possible. But like, my habit is also English. So literally, every single thing I watch is in English, and I search for is in English. And you should do that too. And we are at number 9 and almost at the end. I write everything in English. Okay, you're gonna tell me, but you already mentioned journaling in number 2, so you just repeated yourself. Not really. Journaling is literally writing about my day, my feelings, my emotions in a specific notebook. But what I mean by I write everything in English and then in my own language is the daily things that I need to do. So for example, I have a to-do list. My to-do list is literally in English. It's not in Arabic. For example, I have a plan. My plan is in English and it's not in Arabic. My thoughts, if I have something that crosses my mind or something that I need to take a note on, I write it in English and not in Arabic. And this is something that I have been doing since forever. So I got used to it to the point that now when I want to write in Arabic, I actually find it difficult. So for example, at work, sometimes I have to write Arabic emails and I really find it difficult. So what I do is that I write it in English first and then I write it in Arabic and not the other way around. So yeah, you need to train yourself to do that. Alrighty, we arrived at the last step, which is similar to number 9 in a way, but it's like planning in English. So for example, when I want to plan my videos, my social media content, I plan it all in English. I do not plan it in Arabic. Even the Arabic videos, I plan them in English first and then I write them in Arabic. So my brain is literally used to English without me putting the effort to it. And this is literally what you have to do. Expose yourself to the language as if you are really living abroad and not in your own country. Alrighty, and that's it, you guys, for today's video. I hope you have found it useful. If you did, please share it with the people who are going to benefit from it and hit the like button, please. And if you like to see the other 2 videos that I created on listening and reading and journaling, you can check them out here and here as well. All right, you guys, see you in another video. Goodbye.